Hello everybody, welcome to the studio. I'm Simon Leach, here we are in Spain. Another fantastic day. I cannot see one cloud in the sky, so it's very nice. I just wanted to share with you a tip. Sometimes when people share with us, you know, a better way of doing something, or a quicker way of doing something, or a more efficient way of doing something. That's the washing machine, by the way, don't worry about that. It's great, isn't it? It helps us, and we appreciate that. So I want to share with you a very quick tip. Now, I'm just going to take camera down onto the workbench here, and as you can see there on the work table, there is this is how I buy my clay. This is a stoneware clay body. Now, very often when I get this clay from my clay supplier, I find that after I've taken the plastic off it and I'm about to knead it up, my first thought is, oh my god, this is too hard, it's too stiff. So sometimes what I do is I think I may have shown you before, I wrap it up, prick it and put water with it and wrap it up and then come back to it. Well, I just want to share something with you. I've developed that a bit further. What I do now is take the pack of clay, and hit it like this, so you indent it along the top, you see. You know, there's nothing worse than having clay that is the wrong hardness. If you want to throw on the wheel, you want to knead up your clay and you find that the clay is too hard, the amount of extra effort that you have to put into wedging and kneading it is quite considerable. And it's a cause of quite a lot of annoyance I have at times. So I've developed this idea. Alright, so you get your pack of clay, you do that. Now I don't know if you can see that, how I've done that. You see because now what we're going to do is, well, I use a chopstick, you can use something similar. I'm going to prick it all over. Well, I don't bother to take it out of the plastic, okay? One of the things about, and I never figured out why or how it happens exactly, but this is supposedly, it comes through the extruding machine, is then wrapped in plastic like this. I guess it's a kind of vacuum pack almost. And yet I don't understand how that it seems to dry out in the packet. Maybe somebody out there knows why it does. But I've always sort of thought, well, how can it possibly dry out if it's covered in a film of plastic everywhere, completely sealed? How can it dry out? Does the plastic leak? Does it breathe? How does the clay seem to get harder? Well, I don't know the answer to that question, but I can assure you it does get harder. In other words, if you buy your clay from the supplier, you actually need to wrap it again in plastic. Don't just think that because it's in plastic it's going to stay soft forever. It won't. So there we are. I've pricked it, you see, all over, and I'm now just going to pour water all over the top of the... Can you see that there? Is that showing on the video? See if I can get in a bit. Problem with these digital cameras, and my one as well, and I haven't been able to figure it out, is when you've got areas of extreme brightness and then you've got shade. Sometimes the camera isn't able to sort of adjust itself properly. Somebody did tell me how to do it actually. So I've covered that, you see, with water all on the top, but none of that water leaks out, okay, because I haven't punctured it. I haven't pushed right the way down through completely to the underside and broken seal on the bottom. So it's holding all the water there, like that. Now I've got another one here that I did just recently. See, now this is lovely and soft in here, in this packet. I'm not going to open the packet right now because I've got a workshop starting tomorrow and I need to have the clay. I need to have the clay ready, so I'm not going to actually open it. But if you've got to buy a lot of clay in bulk, and it maybe suits you to, when you go buy your clay, you don't just buy a small amount, you maybe need to buy a considerable amount to make it worthwhile, you know, the trip down to the supplier, then this may be something that will help you. Now what you can do is then, you could put your clay, you see, like that. You could put a towel over it like that, you see, something like that. Pour water over the towel as well. But that will now become nice and soft. So anyway, there we are. Just a little tip. See you around.
Keep practicing.